of time, you know, people they see me now, you know, they get a notion to try to, you know, say I changed or whatever. It ain't that I changed, it's just that I'm more diverse. You know what I'm saying? So hence the name Verse, you know what I'm saying? That's my nickname. But like I said, when I mean not everybody, but a lot of the people, you know what I'm saying, out here, they trying to be like everybody else, you know what I'm saying? Everybody's trying to do what everybody else is doing. So naturally, if you have an anomaly, an exception to that rule, not just myself, but anybody else, you leave and you go somewhere and you come back, you know what I'm saying, you're not going to be in the same cookie cutter, you know, situation you was before you left, and then people are going to take notice of that. Me, I feel like I've always been a person with presence, you know what I'm saying? It's like you put me in a room with a lot of people, and then, you know, they're going to notice me. Even if they don't like me, they're going to notice me, you know what I'm saying? Because I'm not like most people, excuse me. Not to say that I'm better or worse than the next person, but, you know, I'm just different.
How do you classify yourself in the music game?
I classify myself as an individualist. You know, there's a lot of rules, you know what I'm saying, in the music business, you know what I'm saying, a lot of ways to do things in the music business, you know what I'm saying. And a lot of people feel like the only way they can succeed is to do these things, you know what I'm saying. I mean, they feel like, well, if it worked for this person, then maybe it'll work for me, you know what I'm saying. I don't look at it like that. I look at it like I'm going to do what I do, and whether I make it or not, that's a distant second, you know what I'm saying, as far as my priorities and stuff go. It just so happened that, you know, a lot of things that I have done, I was successful. But I feel like if you're going to be successful being you. Don't be successful trying to be somebody else, because that's a problem, you know what I'm saying. A lot of these people out here feel like they got to be like other people. But if it worked for them, maybe it'll work for me. You know what I'm saying? I mean, you got two types of people in the industry. You got people that really live, you know what I'm saying, a certain way, and they just trying to express their life, you know what I'm saying. And you got other people that's trying to just be successful, you know what I'm saying, and doing whatever it takes to be successful. I ain't saying them people fake, but if you really, you know, not to get real deep into it, if you really look at it, you know what I'm saying, if you're not being yourself and you're not being true to yourself, you know what I'm saying, I can't see how you could even hope for longevity in doing anything in any endeavor that you try, you know what I'm saying? Because you really, you know what I'm saying, if you're trying to be like somebody else, I mean, niggas ain't stupid. Somebody gonna see through it. It don't take but one person to see through that and tell another person. And just like any situation, they tell, okay, look at that pair of pants he got on, you know, you see the little hole in the back. Maybe they ain't know, you know, maybe the, you know, majority didn't notice that at first. But because somebody noticed it and said it, oh yeah, I see that, you know what I'm saying, oh yeah, you right. That won't be me, you know what I'm saying. I classify myself in the industry, like I said, as an individualist, you know what I'm saying. I'm not trying to be like nobody else. Whatever I do, you know what I'm saying, because I feel like that's what I'm here to do. And I don't need nobody, you know what I'm saying, telling me, basically, you know what I'm saying, I'm trying to be like this person, I'm trying to be like that person, you know what I'm saying, because there's a lot of bullshit in the game, you know what I'm saying. And I ain't gonna say no names, but a lot of these motherfuckers out here, they fake. They fake as they come, you know what I'm saying. And the reason why I say that is because, like, I'm in the industry, I'm in the music business, I ain't gonna say no name, you know what I'm saying, but I've been a lot of places. I've seen, you know, the hardest so-called rappers, you know what I'm saying, going to a 7-Eleven or a store or something and come out and a group of people approach them, you know what I'm saying, you know, they be like, yeah, man, I got some lyrics right here, you know what I'm saying, I'll blow you out the water, and then hit something, you like, yeah, what you got for that? See, you fake, you know what I'm saying, you ain't nothing, you know what I'm saying. Then, you know, the nigga might get mad and start dialing something, and then, you know, the other, you know, the niggas that's clowning them will probably be like, what you doing, calling the police? It's kind of funny, you know what I'm saying, and I've actually seen that happen, you know what I'm saying, to a couple of people. And I can't say I ain't see it coming, because like I said, there's a lot of fake motherfuckers out here. I don't condone that shit, but I mean, do what you do. But if you in my circle, you gonna be real. You know what I'm saying? I mean, it ain't just gonna be about the music.
So what is the affiliation between KELLS and yourself?
A lot of people ask me that. Robert Kelly, you know what I'm saying, is a friend of mine, you know what I'm saying? I, you know, got to meet him a long time ago when he was a public announcement. And, you know, back then, you know, he was just, you know, just like a heartthrob, you know what I'm saying? He was the guy, he was the lead singer, whatever, you know what I'm saying? But over time, you know, he done built himself an image, you know. So, when I talk, one thing about me and KELLS, you know what I'm saying? When I talk to him like a human being. And he talked to me like a human being. And every once in a while, I might slip up and say, you know what I'm saying, well, yeah, I just talked to KELLS a little while ago. And if I'm around a bunch of naysayers, you know what I'm saying, a lot of people that feel like, man, you talk to who? Robert Kelly? Oh, for real? You know what I'm saying? So I don't usually, you know, it's just like the situation with Bubba Chuck, you know what I'm saying? I went to school with Bubba Chuck, Allen Iverson, you know what I'm saying? AI. But I don't usually talk about these things because, you know, a lot of people, especially out here, I hate to say it, but especially out in Richmond, they feel like, you know what I'm saying, you ain't shit, I ain't shit, and it ain't no way possible, you know what I'm saying, for you to know somebody and be somebody. And if you are somebody and you know people, then, you know, if they don't believe you, then they don't believe you. But if they believe you, then, you know, their next notion is to hate on you, you know what I'm saying? So, to eliminate all that bullshit, I don't tell motherfuckers who I know. You know what I'm saying? I feel like, you know, you're going to take me at face value. If you can't take me at face value, then just get the fuck out of my face. Give me 50 feet, you know what I'm saying? Yeah, but me and, you know, KELLS, we down. You know what I'm saying? I talk to him, you know, he inspired me. I try to inspire him, you know, whenever possible, you know what I'm saying? And as far as the music business go, you know, we look out for each other. You know what I'm saying? That's all I'm going to say. And I don't give a fuck who believe me or don't believe me, because ain't nobody, you know, that don't believe me paying none of my bills. For real, for real.
Why is it that all communication between you and Jermaine, aka JCOLE, has come to a stop?
Because Jermaine Cole, you know what I'm saying, he is a prime example of what I was trying to describe at first, you know what I'm saying? I mean, you know, here you got, you know, a dude from Fayetteville, North Carolina, you know what I'm saying? I was in the military. I was stationed out, you know, Fort Bragg and Fayetteville for a little while. And during the, you know, duration of that time, I, you know, went out to go chill, went out to a couple of spots, and that's when I bumped into, you know, Jermaine. At the time, you know, Jermaine was just one of them dudes, you know what I'm saying, was chasing around a lot of bras, you know what I'm saying, trying to, you know, be macadamia, you know what I'm saying, whatever. And over a period of time, you know, we got cool or whatever, and then he decided he wanted to get in the music business. But as of late, you know, all dreams have come to a screeching halt, you know, where Jermaine is concerned. He got some personal situations going on, you know what I'm saying, with somebody, and this somebody is, you know, destroying him, destroying his faith, destroying his belief, destroying his drive. And the sad part is he can see that and he don't give a fuck. And it's because of that a lot of his shows are getting canceled and a lot of things ain't the way they was at first. I'm pretty sure if you know you're on my Facebook page, you probably noticed that, you know, I don't deal with Jermaine like that no more like we was at first. I mean, we had a plan to do some things and, you know, it never happened. And it wasn't because, you know, I felt like I was better than him because, I mean, he Jermaine Cole, he J. Cole, you know what I'm saying? I'm a background, you know what I'm saying, background person, you know what I'm saying? Pauper behind the throne. I do a lot of work, I get paid, but you know what I'm saying, I ain't the type of public figure where you gonna, you know, oh my God, oh my God. I mean, I get that, but I don't get it because I'm a public figure, you know what I'm saying? But our communication stopped because his communication with the music business is null and void right now. And that's the only business we really had, you know what I'm saying, was that music business, you know what I'm saying? I mean, I'm pretty sure he's still cool with, you know, Tremaine Neverson, Mama Neverson, you know what I'm saying? respect, love to them, you know what I'm saying? They doing their thing, Tremaine, you know, on tour doing his thing. But I don't know what to say about Mr. Cole, you know what I'm saying? Jermaine doing some different things right now, and his priorities is mixed up. And I mean, Jermaine, I mean, you probably upset that I said that, but I mean, it's real, bruh. Your priorities are fucked right now, bruh. You know what I'm saying? Give me a call, man. Maybe we can talk about that shit. But you a man, and I'm a man. You do what you do. You know what I'm saying?
What happened to V. Marley?
V. Marley, from out here, in Richmond. Well, V. Marley was already down with a clique, you know what I'm saying, before we even, you know, locked up, you know what I'm saying, and started doing work together. You know, he was already down with some people. We went and did the Tony Nicole show, you know, he got a lot of phone calls, and like a true, you know what I'm saying, true person with dedication, devotion, and loyalty, you know, he spread that love to the whole team, you know what I'm saying, the whole team of VSQUAD. But, you know, shortly after that, you know, a lot of situations happened. One of my, you know, people that was working for me, you know what I'm saying, she knew who she is, decided, you know, she was going to embezzle money, spread a whole lot of rumors, try to blackmail, you know, do a lot of, you know, cutthroat type shit, you know what I'm saying, just, you know, boost her image or whatever. And V. Marley is probably a, you know, casualty of war in that situation, you know what I'm saying. And our communication ceased shortly after that. But I seen him lately, you know, he seemed like he doing, like, you know, he doing this thing, you know, more power to him. You know what I'm saying? I got nothing but respect and love for the man, you know what I'm saying? He doing his thing. And whether he do it with, you know, us, or he doing it with his, you know, the cats he say he was rolling, or he doing it dolo. You know, he got my blessing. But no, we no longer work together. But maybe in the future, you know, we can do something.
Are you and Steph's former manager beefing?
Stefan, no. This situation was pathetic. I mean, you got an artist, you know, mediocre artist. I mean, let's just be real, man. Steph, you know what I'm saying, he ain't no real rapper. You know what I'm saying? It's like I was saying before, you got people out here that got talent and they know how to rhyme, they know how to put words together. You know what I'm saying? But then you got people out here who really living that lifestyle, you know what I'm saying, where they ain't got the money to buy, you know, the bottles and stuff. They going to the store buying 40 ounces and stuff. And if you're trying to get in the industry talking about buying 40 ounces and, you know, you going out there and getting a nickel bag, you know, blowing some trees and standing on the block, ain't nobody trying to hear that bullshit. You know what I'm saying? So you ain't really gonna sell no records. Only way you can sell records and be a, you know, a common type guy is if you got like a story, you know what I'm saying? I mean, if you got like a whole story, a whole image, like Pac, you know, Pac broke the mold with that. I mean, when I say that, I mean, you know, you started off drinking 40, standing on the block, and you know, you started making records, and then over time, you blew up, you kept it real. Now you buying bottles, and now you got the mansion, now you got this, now you got that, you know what I'm saying? Lil Wayne the perfect example, you know what I'm saying? If you got that kind of storyline, then, you know, you can talk about standing on the block, sipping 40s, but if you just coming out here, you know, keeping it real, and I mean, when I say sipping 40s, I'm saying like, keeping it real. A lot of these niggas out here that's trying to rap, especially coming out of Richmond, you know what I'm saying? They drink 40s, you know what I'm saying? And they ain't got it like that. One week they might be, you know, hooked up, you know what I'm saying, at the club, rapping, whatever, looking for that, you know, that break. And it might not never happen. So, you know what I'm saying, they fuck around and end up right back on the block again, right back in the bricks again. You know, it was a young lady who was talking about, you know, she was signed to Brick Squad, you know what I'm saying? And even when Brick Squad said we ain't want to have nothing to, you know, they didn't want to have nothing to do with her, she still was running around telling people she signed with Brick Squad. You know what I'm saying? A lot of people might know what I'm talking about. We had our little run in, whatever. We cool now, but she's still in the bricks. You know what I'm saying? She's still sipping 40s. But that's just how it is. But the guy, that nigga Steph, you know what I'm saying? He ain't never sipped no 40. He ain't never sold no drugs, you know what I'm saying? He ain't never, you know what I'm saying, had to, you know, cop an 8-ball, you know what I'm saying, you know, couldn't even pay for it. Somebody had to, you know, front him. He ain't never been through nothing real, you know what I'm saying? And then, I mean, I will speak on a lot of different things, but I mean, you know, you got powers that be on, you know, networks, so I'm not gonna say but so much. So if what I'm saying is a little choppy, that's why. But to make it real simple, I mean, Steph ain't no real artist. You know what I'm saying? I mean, nah, let me say it like this. Steph ain't real. He's a commercial person, you know what I'm saying? And his manager was a commercial person. When I took him in, I took him from that bullshit ass state of mind that he was in. I gave him some real theoretics. I took him out to the projects. I took him out. We shot the whole video, you know what I'm saying, Step Up or Lay Down in the projects. Right over Creighton, Fairfield, Churchill, Chimeraza. You know what I'm saying? Look for them, you know what I'm saying, look on my page, you'll see the video. And the guy, you know what I'm saying, his manager, was real heated about that shit. You know what I'm saying? Like, that's my artist. That's my, you know what I'm saying? How y'all just gonna blah blah and ain't nobody tell me? That's I'm like, bruh. In any scene in that video, did you see me holding the gun to this man's head? This man wanted to move forward. So if you got a problem, you need to talk to him. But after that whole little situation and the lies and stuff, I think he even knew in the back of his mind, I'm not real. I ain't ready for this. You know what I'm saying? I got a reverse, you know, Kevin 6'5" money, and this nigga showed me what it's really like out here. The man showed me, you know what I'm saying, the pins in his leg, and took me to the projects. And I mean, I'm standing here with 30, 40 niggas, you know what I'm saying, all I'm talking about, you know what I'm saying, trying to do something, trying to get money, trying to sell this, trying to, you know, all this stuff. And they looking at me like, you know, they ready to beat my motherfucking ass, and some of them was. And the only reason they didn't because he was with me. You know what I'm saying? And once we, you know, we got to ourselves, you know, he got to that point, he was like, well, look, bro, damn, you really be living it, you know what I'm saying? You be really out there like that, you know what I'm saying? You know what I'm saying? That's how it is. And I think that kind of intimidated him. So, you know, we kind of fell apart after that, you know what I'm saying? But wherever he's at, I'm pretty sure, you know, he ain't rapping no more. I think he enjoys it, you know what I'm saying? But I mean, we still cool. Like I said, I ain't harboring no bad feelings for nobody. Even people who they had problems with, you know what I'm saying, in the industry, problems in the street, you know what I'm saying? If it ain't been handled, then I ain't worried about it no more. Because anything I gotta do to somebody or whatever the fuck I'm gonna do is gonna happen, or I'm gonna move on. And like I said, I ain't got no problems with no motherfucking matter right now, so that's what it is. But as far as stuff go, you know, like I said, y'all Georgia doing this thing, you probably going to school or something like that. But, you know, more power to him, you know, as well. That's how it is in life, you know what I'm saying? Shit.
So do you plan to work with Caramel again in the future?
Caramel for Caramel Video Jams. Well, Leroy, you know what I'm saying? He on my Facebook, and I'm pretty sure, you know, he gonna see this. That's up to him. I leave it in his hands. I mean, he the video man. If you're in Richmond, you know what I'm saying, and you trying to, you know, be seen, you know what I'm saying, real fast without really putting out no album and getting no type of notoriety or whatever, you need to get on TV. Caramel the man to go see, but he ain't gonna let you do it for free. You might have to pay him. You know what I'm saying? That's another example of, you know, if you got money, you can make things happen. A lot of times, you know, when you're a talented person, you know, that don't mean shit. You know, you gotta have some money to back that shit up. You know what I'm saying? And if you got money and you want to be seen or heard, well, holla at Caramel. Caramel put you on TV, and if you know what you saying can catch the public, you know, eye, get that attention. You know what I'm saying? Then something might happen. But as far as me and Caramel, I leave that up to him, you know what I'm saying?